Welcome back to my walkthrough for Resident Evil Remastered, my friends. This is part number 3. I'm playing on hard difficulty as Chris, and in this section we are going to start by obtaining the last death mask in the mansion. We have to solve a small puzzle with a few paintings in order to collect this death mask. That noise that you just heard was a zombie entering the room where we find the wind crest. You see, if you take too long in that area, a zombie walks into that room. But we don't have to worry about him at all. That's why that zombie... Usually there are two zombies upstairs. In Jill's scenario, with Chris, that zombie appears later on and walks into the room. Then if for some reason you go back to that area, the zombie will be waiting for you. This puzzle is very easy to solve. You need to press the 3 paintings that I just pressed. As you can see, Lisa is wearing a green crown, a purple necklace and an orange bracelet. And that's how you know which paintings you need to press. And now we're going to dispose of the old key so that we can collect that death mask. We need precisely 6 shotgun shots to take care of the Elder Crimson Head. In fact, depending on how close he is to you, you might only need 5 shots. So I have just the right amount of ammunition to do it. And as you can see, Chris can't carry a lot of items with him. So we have to be very selective with what we decide to bring and what we decide to leave behind. Let's start by placing the masks. This is the first one. And that's not a good sign as always. And now we're going to solve the puzzle of this jewelry box. So you need to press both buttons on each side. And that will open the box, and inside you'll find another death mask, which is the one we have to place here. And it's getting even worse now, but apparently, just like Jill, Chris doesn't care and he's going to keep placing the masks even though there's a coffin pouring out blood while he does it. You know how tough these S.T.A.R.S guys are, they're not easily impressed. So here we go. Have your shotgun ready because we're going to use it. And let's approach the coffin. Okay, here he comes. Very quickly turn around and shoot him once or twice depending on how many times you can do it. Sometimes when you shoot him he falls to the ground. I would advise that you just let him get back up. He might be stunned by the shotgun a few times. This shotgun at close range is really effective. That's why I said that it can take either 5 shots or 6 shots. You see, if you shoot him when he's closer to you, then it will only take 5 shots, but otherwise it will take 6. But as you can see, it's very easy to dodge the Elder Crimson Head. And even though it doesn't always stay stunned, and you do need to be careful with that, usually when you shoot him he stays stunned for a moment and you can shoot him a couple more times. However, if you see that he didn't become stunned with the first shot, then you might as well dodge his attack and then shoot him again. Because by the time you fire the second shot he will be right on top of you and he can hurt you. Now we're going to dodge this zombie right here. It's very easy to dodge him, and I guess the flash grenade that I used on the other zombie that came through the room in the end of the second part of my walkthrough killed that zombie, because he should have been there, but he disappeared, so I guess he did die. I advise that you dodge that zombie, even though I could have used that last shotgun shell to blow up his head, but since by the time you come back that zombie won't be present anymore, it's pointless to really kill him, and it's very easy to dodge him. And once again, I almost missed that flash bomb. Let me go back and grab it. There we go. Another flash grenade. And now we have to solve a small puzzle to gain access to the area where we can collect the magnum. So let's go right ahead. We need to turn this thing to the west and the blue one to the north, and that's how we can open the gate to move on to the next area. Let's keep heading down.
One, respond.
Wesker?
Once, chains. Tree. None, says. Wave, woods outside the mansion.
So Wesker is the one that gives a warning in Chris's campaign. In fact, in Chris's campaign, Wesker pretty much plays the same role that Barry did, even though he's not nearly as helpful. But there are two moments in the game where Wesker gives a little bit of ammunition to Chris, just like Barry does to Jill, but the ammunition that he gives is a lot worse. So in here, in Jill's walkthrough, I recommended that you shot the crows, but it turns out that if you walk in this area, the crows won't attack you. So considering you might be out of bullets because of the Elder Crimson Head battle, then I recommend that you do this as well. You're not going to waste a lot of time by walking here. In fact, as soon as I solve this puzzle, I can start running again because the crows won't be able to catch me. But if you walk in this area, then the crows will never attack you. So it might be something for you to consider when approaching this area. I'm not going to use those shotgun shells on the current shotgun because in the next part I'm going to be obtaining a new shotgun for Chris. So it's pointless to put ammunition in this shotgun since I'm going to stop using it a little bit later on. Plus, by doing this little puzzle, we're going to collect the magnum. At least Chris gets a magnum, because I tell you, the game is a lot more generous with Jill, but let's collect the magnum. And the magnum, obviously, even though it's good that we obtain it so early on, I think that part of the reason why they do it is for you to think that you're safe with the magnum now. But keep in mind that, and that's not a good sound, but keep in mind that there's not a lot of ammunition for the magnum in the game, so you have to be very selective of when you actually decide to use it. So I recommend that you avoid using the magnum as much as you can. For standard zombies and weaker enemies, I think that the shotgun is always the best option. Fortunately, even with Chris on hard difficulty now, we'll be able to collect a lot of extra ammunition. So even though we're lacking a little bit of ammunition right now, pretty soon we'll be fine. And now let's go through here to collect the crank. We need the crank to access the residence. And have your magnum prepared as you leave this area. We are going to use it. Just one shot. Oh god, Lisa Trevor. Just shoot her once with the magnum, that will stun her, giving you enough time to pass by her. Yes, it's possible to pass by her without actually shooting her, but I wouldn't risk it honestly, so you might as well do what I did here to be on the safe side, and it's not one you can afford to waste one magnum bullet. Hey Fred! Bye Fred. See, he doesn't want to attack me, he's just staring at the horizon there. It's a very nice zombie, indeed. Remember that there are going to be crows here once again in this area, but we can run past them. In fact, I don't think they even move right now. Yep, that's right. They know how to respect us. Plus, who knows, some of these crows might not even be infected now that I really think about it. They might just be angry at Chris that he shoots their cousin, so they decide to attack him. But who knows if those crows are even infected. So now we're going to go around and head towards the residence. Make sure you pick up the shotgun shells in case you miss them. And let's witness another small cutscene.
This is Brad. Come in, S.T.A.R.S Alpha Team. Come in. Does anybody hear me?
This is Chris.
This is Brad. S.T.A.R.S Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Respond. I repeat, this is
Brad! This is Chris! Brad? Damn! Thing's broken.
Yeah, he's flying around, but he's not going to be landing anytime soon, that's for sure. So you can dodge these dogs for now. Don't bother shooting them since you don't have a lot of ammunition at this point. I will probably take care of them later on since they can be a little bit tricky to dodge. But for now it's pointless to fight them. And let's use the crank here. And now we can calmly go around and head towards the residence. For some reason snakes don't fall from the sky here, even though I could have sworn they fell on Jill's campaign. But nonetheless, we don't have to worry about them right now. As we head down the elevator, there are going to be more crows. You can just run past them, it's pointless to shoot them. You'll be able to reach the gate without any problems, and these crows won't be here by the time you come back and leave the residence, so you don't need to worry about them anymore. And this is actually going to conclude this part, my friends. In the next segment we are going to explore the residence and clear it before we head back to the mansion. Lots of things to do in the residence, but with Chris it's a little bit more tricky than Jill because we have to fight Plant 42, unfortunately. There's no way around it. So I'm just going to take a little break here, but part 4 will be available shortly. So as always, thank you so much for watching, my friends. I really appreciate the support that you've been giving to Chris's walkthrough. I hope that you've been finding my walkthrough useful. And like I said, I'll see you all later for part number 4, where we will take down Plant 42 and reunite with an old friend. Take care, my friends.